Hi, these are difficult times, and surely we need some humor in our lives. And I thought, who better than PG Wodehouse, and which book better than Right Ho Jeeves? But before I begin telling about PG Wodehouse and the book, I am going to give you all a fun fact. Wodehouse's main character, Jeeves, with which he wrote several books, was actually a name taken from a county cricketer who played for Warwickshire from 1912 to 1914. So the story goes that Wodehouse went to a match and was impressed by the bowling action of Mr. Percy Jeeves, the cricketer, and took that name for the novels he wrote. This cricketer, Percy Jeeves, joined the British Army later and was killed in action in 1916. So, what makes Wodehouse special? His Jeeves series is primarily first person narrative, and when you read it, it feels like Bertram Wooster or Bertie is speaking to you. You are wowed by his usage of words, the spoonerisms, names of the characters, the ever so slight craziness of all the characters, but above all, a strong situational plot giving us a comic relief. Clean comic relief, I must stress, which is unlike so many others. So, what I will do is talk about the plot of Right Ho Jeeves with some quotes from the book. Also, I will try to give an insight into his writing style. This story is set in 1933-34 England. So Bertie returns to London from several weeks in Cannes, spent in company of his Aunt Dahlia and her daughter Angela. So in Bertie's absence, Jeeves, his servant, has been advising Bertie's old school friend, Gussie Fink Nottle, see the name, who is in love with a sentimental childish girl named Madeline Bassett. Gussie, a shy teetotaler with a passion for nudes and a face like a fish, is too timid to speak to her. Bertie is annoyed that his friends consider Jeeves more intelligent than Bertie, and he takes Gussie's case in hand, ordering Jeeves not to offer any more advice. Madeline, a friend of Bertie's cousin Angela, is staying at Brinkley Court, that is the country house of Aunt Dahlia and Uncle Tom. So the Aunt Dahlia demands that Bertie comes to Brinkley Court to make a speech and present the school prizes to students at the local grammar school. This he considers a fearsome task. So there are some telegram exchanges. அது வேற level. Bertie sends Gussie to Brinkley Court in his place so that Gussie will have the chance to woo Adeline there, but also so that Gussie will be forced to take on the unpleasant job of distributing the school prizes. But when Angela breaks her engagement to Tuppy Glossop, again see the character name, Bertie feels obliged to go down to Brinkley Court to comfort Aunt Dahlia. In addition to her worry about Angela's broken engagement, Aunt Dahlia is also anxious because she has lost 500 pounds gambling at Cannes and now needs to ask her miserly husband Tom to replace the money in order to keep financing her magazine. Now our hero Bertie enters the scene and tries to solve all the problems, but the problems escalate into further chaos. In the face of this chaos, Bertie admits his inability to cope and appeals to Jeeves for advice. Jeeves arranges for Bertie to be absent for a few hours, and during that time, swiftly and ingeniously solves all the problems, assuring that Angela and Tuppy are reconciled, that Gussie and Madeline become engaged again, that servant Anatole, who resigns initially, withdraws his resignation, and Uncle Tom writes Aunt Dahlia a check for 500 pounds. Bertie learns his lesson and resolves to let Jeeves have his way in the future. So, this is the story. Apart from the plot, in this book, Bertie makes some references and creates humor. For example, he has a reference to nuclear fission experiments. So he says, I was reading in the paper the other day about those birds who are trying to split the atom. The nub being that they haven't the foggiest as to what will happen if they do. It may be alright. On the other hand, it may not be alright. And pretty silly a chap would feel, no doubt, if having split the atom, he suddenly found the house going up in smoke and himself being torn limb from limb. Also, Bertie Wooster sometimes unintentionally employs spoonerisms, as he does in one chapter where he calls Tup Tashi, I mean Tush Tapi. This is your Sardarji body becoming Bardarji Sadi. So, no doubt Kamal Hassan and Crazy Mohan are huge fans of Wodos. Also, Bertie occasionally uses an adjective to modify a noun rather than using the corresponding adverb to modify the verb of the sentence. As in this humorous quote, it was the hottest day of the summer, and though somebody had opened a tentative window or two, the atmosphere remained distinctive and individual. Wodos often uses popular detective story cliches out of place for humorous effect. Okay, presently from behind us, there sounded in the night the splintering crash of a well kicked plate of sandwiches, accompanied by the muffled oaths of a strong man in his wrath. The humor in the speech of Aunt Dahlia's French cook Anatole also comes from the combination of informal British and American expressions with real or imaginary loan translations from French. To quote part of his speech, "Hot dog, you ask me what it is. Listen, make some attention, a little. Me, I have hit the hay, but I do not sleep so good. And presently I wake and up. I look, and there is no one who makes face against me through the dashed window." Anatole is similar to Jeeves, being a highly competent servant whose loss is a constant threat. Jeeves also uses subtle humor. For example, when Bertie is puzzled after Aunt Dahlia invites him to Brinkley Court, since he has just spent a 2 month vacation with her, Bertie says to Jeeves, "But why, Jeeves? Dash it all, she's just had nearly 2 months of me." "Yes, sir. And many people consider the medium dose for an adult 2 days." "Yes, sir, I appreciate the point you raise." Nevertheless, Mrs. Travers appears very insistent. Another fun fact is that in the novel, Aunt Dahlia uses the expression umberufen, which is derived from the German unberufen and means touch wood or knock on wood. So, probably, if I have to summarize, reading a Wodo's book would evoke the same senses in you when you watch a film like Kadalika Neramillai. Situational clean humor interspersed with a good plot. My recommendation, start with Right O Jeeves if you're starting Wodos. Thank you.